Good morning, everyone. My name is MightyStream, and I'm going to do your May the 7th spiritual principle day in a meditation. I hope that you're having a wonderful morning. If you need to reach me, feel free to do so at recoveryofhope21@gmail.com. The title of the meditation is Powerlessness and the Second Step. By admitting our own powerlessness, we open our minds to an entirely new idea. The possibility that something greater than ourselves might be powerful enough to relieve our obsession to use drugs. That comes from It Works, Step 2. Our literature describes how the second step helps us to fill the gap created when we admit our powerlessness in step 1. If we are powerless over our disease, what can we do about it? For many of us, simply seeing there are other addicts like us who have lost the desire to use is enough to open our minds to the possibility that something might be able to help us too, even if we don't know what that something might be. The catch to accepting help from a power greater than ourselves is that we have to stop exerting our own power first. Practicing powerlessness over our disease means that we stop trying to manage and control it. So many of us have shared about trying to limit our using, hiding our stash from ourselves, using only certain substances or on certain days of the week, and many other ways of trying to be clever or tricky enough to outsmart our addiction. If anyone has success with those types of tricks, they probably are not NA members. They're probably not NA members yet. That's the way it is with addiction. If we try to overpower or outmaneuver our disease, we're bound to fall. Reading is difficult this morning. My goodness, it's too small. That's the way it is with addiction. If we try to overpower or outmaneuver our disease, we're bound to fail. It might not even happen right away, but eventually we find ourselves surrounded by unmanageability, wondering what happened to our well-laid plans. Rather than exerting great control over ourselves to behave in a highly predictable and consistent manner, we let go of the illusion of control and open ourselves to a power from elsewhere. Unlimited examples of experience, strength, and hope are available to us when we share with other addicts in recovery. Rather than trying to go it alone, I will rely on a power greater than myself. Let's take a moment of silence followed by the we version of Serenity Prayer. Moment of silence now, please. Thank you. God, grant us the serenity to accept the things that we cannot change, the courage to change the things that we can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Just for today, please, and thank you. Well, I don't think I've been more excited about being done reading a meditation than I am about this one today. I don't know, the way that it's written, I really, really, really struggled with the reading of that, and it was a bit small for me. So I know to be more fluid, I need to increase the size, first of all. I just want to apologize for that, but I'm going to continue with the taping because I think it's important for me to get past that perfectionism. And that's why when I do make an error, I continue to tape as long as it's not too horrible. There are some days I do it 5 and 6 times to get it right. But with this one, I think I'm just going to move forward and go on topic, powerlessness in the second step. So we're talking about the spiritual principle of powerlessness. And as we encounter things in life, being in a position to do basically what I just did with this, being in a position to tap into a power greater than myself to help me make the adjustments that I need to make so that I don't get caught back up in that fixed managing and controlling and perfectionism and obsessive compulsiveness, that I don't allow myself to be pulled into that again. And it really is a practice that has to be developed. And once it is developed, it's just like anything else that we do, it has to be maintained. If we're going to continue to see the fruit of our second step, it has to be maintained. So that means that I'm better able to recognize my obsession and compulsion. I'm better able to recognize this need in me to want to fix, manage, and control everything around me so that I don't have to become what I would call confrontational. I hate confrontation, although I'm very good about speaking my mind when I want to. I hate confrontation. And so it's easier for me to make sure that the situations around me are operating in and of themselves in a manner that I approve. Because if I don't approve them, that means that I'm only going to have so much tolerance with it. And at some point in time, I need to speak to that for me to continue to have peace. So what happens as a person stays in the program over a period of time, and you begin to see that you have very little control, unless you have children, you have very little control over people. You could be the supervisor of something or some big title, upper management, and you have the final say for your staff, right? So you would have some control in that sense, but even in that sense, you have absolutely no power to make a person think and act a certain way. All you have is the ability, even in those positions, is to dismiss them if they don't fit in with the culture of what you're trying to do in your business, right? Your home, your life. Narcotics Anonymous gave me the opportunity to release myself from so much pressure of worrying about what people do or do not do. And then how I'm going to be tolerant of what is unacceptable to me. It has taught me to let that go. So what I am concerned with is how I react with things. And one of the tools that I've gotten is you people in the program, my friends in the program, the network within the program, the literature of Narcotics Anonymous. I have so many tools at my disposal today that the moment I get into, I have people on redial, right? Speed dial. We redial and speed dial. I have some people that I know and trust that their feedback to me is going to be spiritual in nature and helping me, constructive in nature. It may even be criticism, but because I trust them, I'm not worried about the criticism. Because if they decide to give me constructive criticism, which generally speaking, I'm turning to them for that, give me some input, I trust that they have my well-being at heart, right? That they're truly concerned for me. And I don't have to worry about their motive. And so I'm open to what they have to say. I'm open to that. And so today, instead of me going it alone, I can rely on a power greater than myself, you people, and a higher power, the God of my understanding. to help me. The literature sometimes is a power greater than myself. Even this meditation that has just utterly disturbed the heck out of me to read it, even this meditation, no one person put this meditation together, right? And it was approved by the Worldwide Fellowship. If you didn't know that, the draft was approved by the majority of the groups, okay? My name is Mighty Stream, and I've enjoyed talking to you. I hope that this meditation is beneficial for you today, and I will be talking to you tomorrow. But in the meantime, have a beautiful day on purpose. I intend to. Talk to you soon.